Yo, what is up, guys? Savage Boy 23 back with another video. Today I'm going to give you guys my NBA recap and my NBA day-to-day predictions. If you guys can, please like, subscribe, comment down below, and please watch more of my videos. Please and thank you, and comment down below what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship home. Alright, now we do got a lot of news to get into. We do got some breaking news. But yeah, really quick before we do move on, I want to show you guys a very good product. You guys do go ahead and buy this. You guys do go get two controllers or two controller stands, and you guys get a mic stand all in one. You guys can go ahead and choose different colors. If you guys do put the code in Savage or the code Savage, you guys will go ahead and get 20% off. And if you guys do go, just say Savage Boy 23 sent you. And I appreciate everybody that does buy this. Alright? Now, again, this is everything that you guys do see when you click the link. It's not just this, it's everything that you guys see. Alright? So, yeah. Anyways, let's move on. Really quick before we do move on, I want to show you guys another thing. If you guys are looking for like 4 blocks, and you guys are just basically trying to like play with this with your hands. Also, this is also 20% off also. You guys can go ahead and get different colors. I got a purple. You guys can go ahead and choose any color you want. You do type in the code Savage. You guys also do go ahead and get 20% off of this and anything else you guys do see. Alright, so anyways, go ahead, buy this, and you guys will like it a lot. So anything and everything that you guys see on the website, you guys will go ahead and get it. Alright, so other than that, let's go ahead and move on to the games. Alright, so we have 2 shout-outs, and we also have breaking news. Garrett Wilson, he is requesting a trade from the Cleveland Browns. Now, it's up in the air of what team he decides to go to. But I said this before, or maybe I forgot, or I was trying to say it, but I didn't say it. But he requested to go to a team. Now, there's some teams in there that he wants to go to. I think one of them is the Chargers, and the other one is the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Titans. Now, if the third team is actually the Titans, I'm going to be very shocked, because I don't think he wants to go to a team that's not going to go that's not going to the playoffs, that's not going to win the Super Bowl. And he wants to go to a team like the Chargers to actually compete. And then also the Raiders, they always act like they're going to go to the playoffs, but they're going to get bounced out in the first round, or they're going to get bounced out by another team in the regular season towards the playoffs. But at the end of the day, I just want to say this loud and clear. Garrett Wilson did request a trade. He is not the only person that is on the block. Cooper Kupp is on the move. He's no longer a Ram. Now, to be honest with you, I want to say this loud and clear to everybody on that second one, Cooper Kupp. Nobody cares. I'm not shocked. Cooper Kupp has been injured most of the time with the Rams. And if you're going to sit here and tell me that Cooper Kupp meant everything to the Rams, why didn't they keep him? Because of his injuries? Because of the money he wants? Let me say this loud and clear. Cooper Kupp will be a great Rams player, or was a great Rams player. But whatever team he decides to move on to, that's his decision. He will always be a great Rams player. But at the end of the day, let me say this loud and clear. I don't care if Cooper Kupp is going to be a Ram or not. I don't care. I don't like the Rams. I think Rams fans and Rams players are a horrible team. But at the end of the day, you can't sit here and say that Cooper Kupp did not mean anything to that team. Cooper Kupp meant everything to that team. But all of his injuries kept on stacking up, and the Rams had to move on from him. And also, there's also another, I don't know why, but if this is true, I'm just going to say it. Apparently, he is not the only guy on the move for the Rams. Matthew Stafford is also on the move too. Now, his is kind of odd for me, because at one day they say they want him, the next day they say that they don't want him. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. Rams fans are delusional. They think they know everything in sports, but in reality, they only know about the Rams fans and Rams players. That's the only thing they know about. Because Matthew Stafford, Cooper Kupp meant everything to the Rams, right? And to move on from them, it's going to be hard. And plus, let's not all forget, they went to go pick up Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's a Ram, right? But he did not play all the games. I think he played in like 1 or 2 games. And they're going to move on from Jimmy Garoppolo. I'll guarantee that. Because Jimmy Garoppolo's played in a heck of a season. Played with the 49ers. Played with the Raiders. And like, the way that he came into the league, everybody thought he was going to be an elite quarterback. And let me say this loud and clear. If they're really going to decide to move on from Matthew Stafford, and then maybe in the blue moon, they'll probably have Jimmy Garoppolo, which that's not going to happen. But if Jimmy Garoppolo decides to be the quarterback of the Rams, then good for him. If he doesn't, he doesn't. That's just me. I'm just saying this loud and clear. Would I rather have Matthew Stafford or Jimmy Garoppolo? To be honest with you, I'd rather have neither of them. I'd rather have nothing. Because I would be happy right there. I'd rather have that than have any other quarterback out there. Saying that loud and clear. I don't want either of those quarterbacks. Anyways, let's move on. I wanted to say this at the end, but I'm just going to say it now. I saw this video, and I think it was on the Chargers. Derwin James. Hey, look, I have nothing against Derwin James. I don't. But what he said yesterday, or whenever this video was posted to the internet, must got me insane. He said, "There's no other quarterback that I want to play with. There's no other young quarterback in the league that's better than Justin Herbert." Derwin James, let me say this to you, and I want you to listen, okay? I'm not saying nothing negative about you. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm just saying my part of it. First off, there's a lot of other quarterbacks better than Justin Herbert. And if you want me to name a few, I can. C.J. Stroud. Jaden McDaniels. Let me say this loud and clear, Derwin James. There's a lot of other quarterbacks that I'd rather play with than Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, he fell off of being a great quarterback. Justin Herbert, people used to put Justin Herbert in their top 3 to top 5 quarterbacks. Then what he did against Houston and C.J. Stroud, they don't give him that stat. They don't give him any more on that throne. They don't give him his numbers that he should be putting up. Now, I get what Derwin James is, saying. But at the end of the day, I look at him and say, how do you think Justin Herbert will learn his actions on the field? Derwin James, let me just say something to you, bro. Okay? Coming as a fan to you, and I'm saying this loud and clear to you. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying this loud and clear. If you don't make it to the playoff once, you don't make it to the playoffs twice, you don't make it to the playoffs third time. How do you keep going with this and saying Justin Herbert's an elite quarterback? And let's say you do make it to the playoffs and you actually do beat a team like the Raiders or Houston or another team out there, and he being a quarterback that will pull your team to a Super Bowl. If Justin Herbert pulls the Chargers to a Super Bowl, which is in the blue moon, it will never happen, I would be like, okay. And a lot of people would be like, okay, you got lucky. Then, a following year, he pulls the Chargers to another Super Bowl. Then I'll say, okay, he's getting up there. He's going back to the throne. He deserves where he needs to belong. Okay? Then that third round, that's where it gets a little bit hard. That's where you actually have to follow what to do. You have to play great to be the greatest quarterback ever. And if you think that Justin Herbert can bring not one, but not two, but not three, but multiple Super Bowls to LA, and you say he's an elite quarterback, I want you to say this loud and clear. I want you to think about this loud and clear, Derwin James. I don't want you to say Justin Herbert's an elite quarterback. I don't want you to say Justin Herbert, I stand behind him from the start of the season to the end of the season. Because Justin Herbert didn't do nothing to that team. If anything, he got the team worse, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, he pulled the team all the way to the playoffs, but guess what? Got bounced out in the first round to CJ Stroud in Houston. You know, if I can go back to that days of me choosing Houston, I would, but I couldn't because they're my own Chargers team. I root for them. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. I think the Chargers need to move on from Justin Herbert. And I know people are shocked at me saying that. I know people are thinking like, why would he think that? And people are going to say to me next, let him move on from Justin Herbert. Let Justin Herbert show what LA fans are missing. You know, I've actually been thinking about that to like my friends. I've been saying that to my friends. Let Justin Herbert move on. Let him show what he's actually capable of. Then we'll look at him and say, wow, we felt dumb at the end of the day. We got rid of a great young quarterback and we brought in another quarterback. Then I'll be like, okay, but right now, look, he's doing nothing. He's just pulling the team to the playoffs. And there's always going to be a rinse and repeat. Always bounce out in the first round. You pull the team to the playoffs, you get bounced out in the first round. And I want to say this loud and clear to Chargers fans. And this is just the Chargers fans. I want to say this loud and clear to everybody that is a Chargers fan. Next season's not going to be good for the Chargers. You got Pete Carroll, Raiders, Bo Nix and the Broncos, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Chargers are going to be in the fourth in the AFC. And people are like, to me, like right now, like, are you kind of worried? Are you shocked? To be honest with you, I'm shocked. But I'm going to say this loud and clear. I saw this coming from a mile away. There has to be one bad team next season, and that team will be the Los Angeles Chargers. So, Chargers fans, if I were you, don't be excited for next season. Next season is going to be the worst season in our NFL season history. Yeah, it's not looking good. It won't look good. Pete Carroll's a heck of a coach, what he did in Seattle. And Bo Nix, what he did for the Broncos in the playoffs against the Buffalo Bills. What can you say this man can't do? And then the Chiefs, if they get a three-peat at this point, they're just going to fall off. No one's going to care about them. They're just happy they got the three-peat Super Bowls. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, at the end of the day, next season's not going to be great. But yeah, there's some stuff that I wanted to say. I'll talk about more NFL stuff maybe during the week when I make my other videos, or I'll probably just talk about it next season. But anyways, let's move on. I have two shout-outs to give out. One from Trey Murphy and one for Shay. First one we are going to give up is we are going to give out Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy, shout out to you. You deserve it. Even though that your team lost, you still played a heck of a game. You played an amazing game. You went out here and you played amazing. Shout out to you, Trey Murphy. 41 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Shout out to you, Trey Murphy. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see if the Pelicans do. See if they do play good next season. This season's kind of done for them, but great game, Trey Murphy. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, let's move on. Not Shay. Sorry, I didn't mean to say Shay. I meant to say Jalen Brunson. Okay. Jalen Green and Jalen Brunson, Houston Rockets, New York Knicks. That was a heck of a game. You know, at one point, I thought the Knicks were going to lose because they were down big at one point. Then they were down by 11 in the fourth, and they stormed back to win. And Jalen Brunson said, if we're going to go out here and win, I might as well just drop a 42-point game in this one. And it was played in Madison Square Garden. Shout out to Jalen Brunson, 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. Shout out to you, Jalen Brunson. Keep doing what you're doing out there and keep playing amazing. It's like every given night, Jalen Brunson is like, I got to go out here and put a 40-point game up to make my name out there. To be honest with you, Jalen Brunson is a heck of a player. He's a fun player to watch. He's a great player. He's a great role model on the court. And it's just fun watching him on the court, especially in New York. So, yeah, shout out to you, Jalen Brunson, 42 points, 6 rebounds, and 10 assists. Shout out to you. All right, I wanted to say this yesterday, or I think it was yesterday or the day after. I think it was yesterday. I'm just going to talk about one game that happened on after yesterday, 2 days ago. I forgot to mention it yesterday. The Toronto Raptors managed to beat the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm still trying to process my head around it. You got Bo Nix. Why did I say Bo Nix? You got Brady Dick. Very interesting last name. And you got RJ Barrett in the Toronto Raptors at home. Playing against Kawhi Leonard in the Honey Bun, in the Flippers. And the Flippers managed to lose that game. Let me say this loud and clear to everybody. Okay? I know people are going to say this is old. You're just talking about it now. I was kind of busy on other news in the NBA. But I just wanted to say this loud and clear. You know how bad the Flippers are when they lose to a team that sucks in the NBA and basically their season is over. I want to say only me. Thank you to Bo. I want to say thank you to Brady Dick, and I want to say thank you to RJ Barrett and the Raptors from me, personally from me. Thank you, Toronto Nation, for beating the Los Angeles Flippers. Because there's no way that the Flippers lost to Toronto. You know, when I imagined in this game, when I was watching the game, the Toronto Raptors were actually quite up there. They were actually in some good margins of leading. Then all of a sudden, the Flippers took the lead by 1, then tied it, and I was like, oh no, the Flippers might win. I look at the game, and guess what? Toronto won. I want to say this loud and clear to everybody. I had low expectations in the Flippers-Toronto game. I did not know Toronto was going to pull out that game to win that one. And plus, Kawhi Leonard was playing against his former team. No Norman Powell in that one. He's injured, as usual. Come up with excuses. But yeah, I just want to say that loud and clear to everybody. Thank you, Toronto native, for beating the Los Angeles Flippers. But yeah, let's move on for the games today. Just in case if anybody cares about it, Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Marquise Morris had their introduction tour to the Los Angeles Lakers this morning. So yeah, I just want to point this out to everybody. I'm just going to say it again later, but Luka Doncic will play his first game against Tyrese Haliburton in the Pacers this upcoming weekend, Saturday, perhaps. And if it's not Saturday, it is against the Utah Jazz. To be honest with you, I don't care when he starts his debut. I just want to see this man on the court. I want to know what they're talking about. The Dallas Mavericks saying this man is overweight. He looks fine to me. He doesn't look like Zion Williamson. He looks like the same Luka Doncic that pulled the Dallas Mavericks to the finals. That's the same Luka that I've seen. Hey, but I'm happy he's a Los Angeles Lakers native now. Hey, Why don't you just use a player that they think he's washed, you know? But I just want to say this loud and clear. Crazy trade, and we're waiting for, in 2 days, the NBA free agency. I want to say one more thing before we do move on. A lot of people have been talking about it, and I'm going to tell you this loud and clear in my perspective. So apparently people are saying all around, sports native, big names, athletes, everybody is saying this crazy. But I want to shut this all down right now. It's not going to happen. It will not happen. The NBA will not allow this to happen because they know how bad the NBA will be for these other teams if this does happen. Sure, it will get the viewership up higher, but let me give you guys bad news. Injuries. It will look bad for other teams. It won't be fair for other teams. So why are people still pitching it out there? I just want to point this out to everybody. It's not going to happen. But if people are curious of what's going to happen, but it will not happen. So apparently, since the Luka Doncic trade happened, going from Dallas to LA, Anthony Davis going from LA to Dallas, apparently people are throwing these pitches out there where Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Crybaby all link up on one team. And that team is the Golden State Warriors. Now, let me say this loud and clear. Everybody wants to see Steph Curry, Kevin Durant match up, right? What they did in 2026, what they all did in the years. But I just want to say this loud and clear. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Crybaby, they are not matching up. They are not teammates. They will never be teammates. The reason why they're not going to have it, first off, injuries. You got injuries. It's bad for other teams. Other teams will not do good. And if you want to build a super team, let me say this loud and clear. The main one everyone's going to be focused on is injuries. Everybody's focused out here to beat the Celtics. Let me say this loud and clear to everybody. You can't stop a very good team if you build a super team. I just want to point this out to everybody. What the Warriors have, and now a lot of people are pointing it out, that's greatness out there in Boston. A lot of people are not appreciative of what they have and what they're watching. All these people are talking about trades. You want to put Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and the Crybaby on the Golden State Warriors. Now, I have other fan bases coming into this. Why the Warriors? Why can't it be the Rockets? Why can't it be the Jazz? Why can't it be the Nuggets? Why can't it be other teams out there? Why do they have to be the Warriors? First off, let me say this loud and clear to everybody before they start pitching in. Warriors have Steph Curry. Steph Curry's not leaving the Warriors. So get that out of your brain. First off, that's the second one. The third one, that's the first one. The first one, the Warriors are not getting rid of Steph Curry, so I want to point that out. Second reason is Kevin Durant built legacy in the Bay for the Warriors. Okay, that's the second one. The third one is it's the Warriors. Steve Kerr, Draymond Green, Steph Curry. That's the best dynasty in the NBA. Nobody wants to break that up. And if you want to throw them to the Denver Nuggets, go ahead and do it. But I want to say this loud and clear to everybody that is watching my channel, that is subscribed to me, and that is a true basketball fan. Steph Curry's not leaving the Warriors. And he will never leave the Warriors. No matter how bad his team is losing, he's going to stay loyal to the Warriors. Because that's how faithful he is to the team. That is how faithful he is to the Bay. And let me say this loud and clear. When he retires, and I'm not saying anytime soon, hopefully, they will build a statue out there in San Francisco, all for Steph Curry, because of what he built for the Warriors. So that's my true, honest opinion, what's going on in the NBA, and that's what's really going on in the news of the NBA. But the three duos are not going to happen. The NBA will not allow that. Adam Silver will not let that happen. Adam Silver is really trying to not let Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and the Crybaby play. The only time they play is the Olympics. And even then, not a lot of people tune into the Olympics that I know of. But yeah, I just want to point that out. That is what I truly say, and that's what I truly think, and that's what I truly believe on. If you guys have any questions, any thoughts, say it down in the comments, and I will respond to everybody out there, regardless of whatever team you like, whatever sports team you root for, or whatever player that you like in the NBA. I will still talk about them and teams. But yeah, I'm not going to get into the whole topic of that again. That's what I say, and that's what I want to say, is believe on. Everybody wanted me to say my honest opinion, and that is what I think. Yeah, that's truly what I think, and that's what I truly say. Anyways, let's move on for the games today. Yesterday was some great days. Today we're going to even have we're going to have another great day. So yeah, let's move on. You got this game here. So this will be a great game. This will be a fun game. Anthony Davis will not be playing. He is out. He will be making his debut if he did not get hurt. Regardless, whenever his status is to play, he will make his debut as a Maverick. But not Tyrese. What was his name again? Max Christie, oh my gosh. Max Christie will make his debut as a Dallas Mavericks today. So yeah. No Joel Embiid in this one. No Paul George in this one. Actually, no. Scratch that. I think Joel Embiid is questionable. In this one, is what I've been reading. No Paul George in this one, actually. Paul George is out, is what I've been hearing. So we'll see how that, plays out. Honestly, they did say Paul George will make his day. They did say he will come back, but I was shocked that they said he will come back before Joel Embiid. I thought Joel Embiid was going to take a longer time, but apparently they're saying Joel Embiid will come back. We'll see what's going to happen. So yeah, Andre Drummond, Joel Embiid, are questionable, probable, hopefully. And the only one that is not playing is Anthony Davis and Paul George. Those two are out for those teams. So anyways, we'll see how it plays out. To be honest with you, the Mavericks got embarrassed by the Cleveland Cavaliers when that trade went down. At one point, they lost by, I think, 42 or 54 or something like that. Did I tune into that game? No, I did not tune into that game. I had Cavs in that one regardless. The Mavs don't look good. Do I think they're going to look good now? In my opinion, I think they're going to look worse. So yeah, I'm just going to say that loud and clear. Regardless if Joel Embiid plays in this game or not, regardless if Andre Drummond plays in this game or not, I'm going with Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers to win this one. I'm very excited for this game. I don't know why. AD is not playing. Max Christie will. Joel Embiid is questionable, probable, whatever you want to say. And same as Andre Drummond, questionable, probable. So yeah, I'm going with Tyrese Maxey and the Sixers to win this one. So yeah. You got this game here. You got Jason Tatum, Celtics versus Spider Mitchell and the Cavs. You got the two best team in the Eastern Conference. You got the number one seed versus the number 2 seed. Let me say this loud and clear. What the Celtics did in their last game was incredible. I don't care if people were mad. I don't care if people are happy. But I want to say this loud and clear to everybody. This game here will be even better than the last game. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they played against light work in their last game. They embarrassed that team, and they're going to go out here and play their hardest in this one. We all saw what happened in Game 1, or the first day that they met each other on the court. I think it was in Cleveland, if I'm correct. So yeah, their last game, we all know who won that one. Hopefully, the team I root for today, hopefully they go out here and win. Do I think it's going to happen? We'll see. I'm not going to sit here and say that the team I root for is gonna, play very good. They're playing against another very good team. So yeah. But I'm going for none other than Jason Tatum and the Celtics to win this one. This game will be played in Cleveland. So yeah, we'll see how they do. We'll see how they play. But I'm going for Jason Tatum and the Celtics to win this one. Yeah. All right, you got this one right here. You got the former face coming into this one. You got RJ Barrett, Toronto Raptors versus Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, they did beat the Rockets yesterday. Impressive game. Very incredible game. The last time we saw Toronto, they played against the Flippers, and they embarrassed the Flippers. So yeah. But no question about it. This one will be a great game, hopefully. I'm going for Jalen Brunson and the Knicks. I do think they'll go out here and make this game easy for them, but they are coming off a back-to-back. They played against a really good Rockets team yesterday. So, yeah. To be honest, I'm still going with Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, but do I have faith in them to win this one? I would love to say yes, but it's hard to tell because the Toronto Raptors, they have been winning games recently. So we'll see how they do. I'll be watching this one a little bit. So, yeah. All right, you got this one right here. You got a back-to-back. You got Jalen Green Rockets versus Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets and D'Angelo Russell. To be honest with you, I really don't care about this game. It's not that fun in my opinion. I'm going for none other than Jalen Green and the Rockets to win this one. I do think they'll go out here, get that embarrassment loss out of their head and get this W in their head. So yeah, it's going to be a great game for them. It'll be light work for them. I'm just going to say for them. So yeah, give me Jalen Green and the Rockets. All right, you got this one right here. You got Kobe White versus no Jimmy Butler, and you got Lonzo Ball. To be honest with you, I would love to go for the Heat. I would love to go for Chicago, but at this point, we all know how Chicago is. I'm going to stick with Tyler Hero and the Heat to win this one with Bam Adebayo. I do think they'll go in here and win this game. I do think it'll be a great game for them. At this point, the Chicago Bulls should be in rebuild mode because they did just get rid of Zach LaVine, and I think they are trying to get in rebuild mode. So yeah, give me Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat to win this one. So yeah, all right, you got the Battle of LA. Now, regardless if Maxi Kleber and man, I keep forgetting his name every single time. Markieff Morris. Regardless if those two do play, it'd still be a great game for them. No Luka Doncic. Luka will be out until against the Pacers or the Jazz. Most likely he might play against the Pacers though, so this weekend will be his debut as a Los Angeles Lakers. Again, if Maxi Kleber and those other players will make their debut. To be honest with you, this game here, I just want to point this out to everybody. Everybody thinks this is a great game. Everybody thinks this is a hyped up game. Let me say this loud and clear to everybody. When the Lakers played against the Flippers, I think it was 2022, if I'm correct, it was hyped. Since then, it hasn't been hyped anymore. It's like nobody cares about this game no more because we all know who's going to win this game. One night it's the Flippers, the next night it's the Lakers, and then the Lakers take the last laugh in the playoffs. And plus, I just want to point this out to Flipper fans. The Lakers don't have Anthony Davis no more. Anthony Davis can't help the Lakers no more against Zubac. So the only person they're going to have to rely on is Jackson Hayes, and we all know how Jackson Hayes is. He's not that good of a player. He's not good of a defenser. But we'll see how they do. We'll see how they play. Do I think the Lakers are going to go out here and play amazing? I mean, to be honest, the last time they played was, I think it was Sunday, if I'm correct. So yeah. And the last time the Flippers played, they played against the Toronto Raptors, and I think that was on a Sunday also. But I think it was a Sunday, I think. So yeah. I just want to point that out. So both of these teams are having huge days off. A lot of energy, a lot of excitement for one LA team, the Lakers. Nobody cares about the Flippers trade, to be honest with everybody, because they're quiet. They're like a mouse. Nobody cares about that team or franchise. So yeah. But I'm going with none other than Luka Doncic and the Dallas oh my gosh. I'm going with Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers to win this one. Man, not saying Luka with the Mavs anymore is just, it's like a punch right in the face. Oh man. But yeah, give me Luka Doncic and the Los Angeles Lakers to win this one. So yeah. Alright, you got this one right here. The last game of the night. You got Tyrese Wack against DeAndre Ayton and the Pacers. I'm going for none other than Tyrese Wack and the Pacers to win this one. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, that is my NBA predictions. You guys go ahead and tell me in the comments what your guys' favorite team is, and tell me what team do you think will bring the NBA championship home. And tell me what you guys agree with or disagree. But anyways, guys, that is it for me. Until then, guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.